Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a tutorial on the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. The colors are beautiful. I love this palette. I feel like you can go really colorful, a little bit more bold because of all the reds and the pinks in here. There's a bright orange that I'm going to be playing with a lot in this tutorial. Also, you can go very neutral. I usually use this for a more neutral look. This is the first time I've used it for a much more bolder. It's not super bold. It's still very wearable. I feel like this is more of a nighttime look because of the super winged liner, as well as the very dark burnt orange and the smoked out lash line as well. So I hope you like this look. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up for me, and if you want to see more videos from me, subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's get started with the video. First, I'm going to prime my eyes with my NARS Pro Prime eyeshadow base all over the lid. I have really oily eyelids, so I really like this primer. Make sure you cover your entire eye from the base of your lid all the way up to your brow bone. And for my first shade, I'm going to take Tempera, that's how you pronounce that. And the brush that I'll be using is a Morphe E30. And just place it all over my lid, so it makes the blending process easier. Just cover my entire eyelid. Next, I'm going to put on my transition shade, which will be burnt orange. For my transition shade, I'm going to be taking the Sigma Tapered Blending E35. It's just a round, fluffy brush. It's pretty big. This palette is very, very, very pigmented, but it has a lot of kickback. So you want to make sure that you tap your brush off. The next shade I'm going to be taking is Real Gar, and then my Sigma E55 brush. Ooh, this color is pigmented. Ooh, I love it. I love it. Alright, next I'm going to deepen up the outer V a little bit. I'll be using my Sigma Pencil E30 brush. And then I'll be taking it in the color Red Ochre, which is obviously a deep burgundy red. And I'm just going to place it the very, very outer edge of the eye and a little bit into the crease, kind of drawing that outer V. We'll be placing another color in the crease here in a minute, but I do want to deepen up the outer edge just a little bit. Next color I'm going to be using is Raw Sienna, and I'm going to be taking my my Morphe R39. Remember, every time you dip your brush in the palette, tap off your brush to get any excess off, so that way you're not dispersing too much color on your lid, or dispersing too much color on your eye at one time. This is probably Anastasia's best palette she's ever released. I'm so happy it's permanent. That's awesome. Next, I'm going to go back into Red Ochre and back on my Sigma Pencil E30 and darken up that outer V again. I'm just gonna go back in with no additional product on my Morphe R39 brush just to blend out that outer V so I don't have any harsh lines. Go back into the Real Gaucher, which is that burnt orange shade, back on my flat shader brush and pack that color back on. Just to intensify that a little bit more. Obviously blending your crease is going to diffuse some of that. Okay, now time to go back in with my Tapered Blending E35 brush and just, again, no additional product. We're just going to blend everything in your crease or above your crease to make sure it does transition into your brow bone color in just a minute. For my brow bone highlight, I'll be taking the color Vermeer and my Sigma Exact Blend E32 brush. Looks like this. And focusing it right underneath the brow and then kind of blending it. I'm going to clean up the outer edge of my eyeshadow using my Anastasia concealer in the number 1.5. And then using my flat definer Sigma E15. Just tracing the outer edge of my eyeshadow. This is what I normally do and try to just sharpen up my eyeshadow, or I'll take a makeup remover. Just cleaning that up just a little bit. Now I'm going to take my eyeliner, which is going to be my Inglot 77. And my Sigma E05 brush, which this is a mini version to line my eyes. Alright, I'm just going to curl my lashes next. Next I'll be taking my L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. Just going to put one coat of this because I'm going to be putting some false lashes on. For my false lashes, I'm going to be taking the Ardell Demi Wispies. I like to use my Revlon Precision Lash Glue. This stuff is bomb. Now that my lashes are on, I'm going to go ahead and do my lower lash line. For that, I will be taking my Pencil E30 brush again. This little fine tip brush here. It has a little bit of product on it, so kind of wipe it off. We're going to go in with burnt orange. And just dust that underneath your eyes. Next I'm going to take my Morphe E11. This is from their Elite collection. It's like an eyeliner brush as well. I'm going to take the color Red Ochre. I'm just going to line my lower lash line with it and go about 3/4 of the way in. I'm going to do my inner corner highlight. For my inner corner highlight, I'm going to be taking my Sigma Shader Inner Corner. E46. Very tiny little itty bitty brush. And I'm going to take the color Primavera, and just tap that. Next, I'm going to line my waterline using my MAC Feline Eye Kohl pencil. I'm going to tightline and do my waterline with this. Okay, now that my eyeliner is done, I'm going to finish up the rest of my face and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I finished the rest of my face. I did my blush, my bronzer, my highlight. I went ahead and put mascara on my lower lash line as well because I forgot to do that in the tutorial. For my blush, I used MAC Gingerly, which is a warm tone blush. And for my lips, I used Dose of Colors Truffle. It's a beautiful nude, very gray tone nude, so it doesn't take away from the eyes at all. So back to this palette. This palette is a beautiful palette. You can go very neutral with it. You can have some pops of color in there. I wanted to play with color today. I usually use the neutral shades out of this more often than anything, but I really like the look that I came up with today. And this palette retails for $42 and it is permanent. Normally the palettes that she releases are usually limited edition, so this palette is actually permanent, which is a great sign because it is sold out and has been sold out for like ever. It's really hard to find. So it's good to know that at least this is permanent, so you'll have your chance of getting it eventually. If you have not got it already, I highly suggest it. Again, the colors are very, very pigmented. If anything, they're a little bit powdery because they're so soft. So once you dip your brush in there, you'll see a lot of kickback. So make sure you tap your brush off before you go and put it on your eyes, and it'll help kind of, so that way you're not dispersed, you're not putting so much color on your eyes. Now it's just a pain in the butt to actually blend it out. So less is more with this palette. So light hand and make sure you tap off your brush because it's a lot of pigment, which I feel like the Formulas palette is probably one of her best formulas she's came out with as far as palette wise. And every color, every color in here is so pigmented. There's not a single dud. I love this palette. And I am so happy I purchased it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please give this video a thumbs up for me, and also subscribe if you want to see future videos from me and get notified of them. And if you have this palette or wanted to get this palette or you think you should get this palette, I feel like you should. I really like this palette a lot. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. I'm gonna go ahead and start with BoxyCharm. So this is the one that gives you 5 full-size products and costs $21 a month.